guys, welcome back to the Yogaman channel, and this time if you're just seeing me for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so that you never miss out on any of our future videos. So guys, today I have a very touching story from a young lady who moved away from their home to go and look for some money by being a housemaid. She ended up being raped, she got pregnant, lost her baby, went into ICU for 3 days, went under operation and recovered after all that, but she got detained in Nsambya Hospital for 3 months for failing to complete her medical bill. Her name is Caroline Nassaka. This is her story. We are sharing it and we want everybody to know this story. One, because we want to help Caroline to get out of the situation she is right now. And also we want to support her to make sure that she goes back to school to be able to change her future and the future of all her entire family. So please guys, watch this story, share it with all those that you can, and if you have any kind of hope, please don't hesitate to get in touch so that we can deliver that hope to Caroline and hope shape her future to just... So Carol, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, my name is Yogaman Fred, and of course we learned about your story in the Daily Observer, which is a newspaper. So the story was sent to me by a friend, and that's when I reached out to mom. I called her and asked for directions to come and meet you. First and foremost, I would request you that you give us your introductions. Just simply tell us your name and maybe age, if that is okay with you, and the location where we are, then we get started.
My name is Caroline Nassaka. I'm 23 years, and my level of education is Form 6. I'm at home now in Mukono 120.
Yes, so Carol, I read your story of how you, of course, you got pregnant and you got some complications. Now, the reason we are here to learn this story. We are here to understand what happened and also to make sure that we come in handy to support you as an individual, to make sure that at least we create a difference in the coming days and in the future. So Carol, tell us, how do you get into this scenario? How do you get into the scenario of getting pregnant? Because I understand from the discussion I've had with you, you moved from home to go and work somewhere. So please tell us the story, maybe starting from that point.
After completing my Form 6, I was at home and I had nothing to do. I had no job. There came a certain friend of mom. She was asking for me, she was like, she had a cousin who wanted to support her with her kids. He used not to stay with the kids were in Uganda and he wasn't staying in Uganda, so he wanted some help with the kids. And because I was not doing anything, as in I had no job, I was like, that is okay. So the guy spoke to mom, he spoke to me on phone. They gave me the directions, so I went and found the guy at his shop in Najanakombe. So we went with the guy to his place, that's Webajo. There were 2 kids, of course, 2 girls. I started taking care of those kids. They were nice, they were not bad kids, and the person, the boss wasn't a bad person to me. But his problem was in giving me my salary. He used not to give me salary on time. he could always tell me, Carol, what, I'll pay you, you've been good to me, you've been nice, so I'll give you your money, don't mind what. So I got that confidence that this person is not a bad person. He will give me money, so I just had to be patient. Whenever I could ask for some money to sort out some problems at home, he could always say, Carol, when you have a problem, don't keep quiet, you tell me, we sort it out, but don't mind about your salary. So I worked for 3 years, and he was always telling me like that.
Which year is that? When did you go to his home? Which year was that?
That was 2016.
2016.
May.
Okay. So you finished your senior 6, 2015. 2014.
Yeah. So
okay.
I was home for
1 year. Okay.
Yes.
So you go to this gentleman's home. He has a shop in Najanankumbi, and his home has 2 kids in Webaja. That's Entebbe Road. Okay. So tell us, you're in this home. You start working.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened after when you started working?
Like when I was at home, when I went to his home, he brought a certain, how can I call a girl, were age mates. So we started living in the house with the kids, me with the girl with the kids. Yeah, we used to take care of the house, like where in the house, me, her, and the kids.
Yes.
As time went on, the guy took the kids to where he was living. And this other girl also left, and she went to do some other things. So I stayed there alone. I remained alone because I was even I was demanding some money from the guy. He could always tell me, you know what, Carol, I've taken the kids. Actually, by the time he took the kids, I wasn't home. My auntie called me. I have my auntie. She was like, Carol, you come, I have something to help me with. So that's the time this guy came back to Uganda and took the kids. I wasn't home. It was just in 1 week. So he just called me and he was like, Carol, I went back to UK with the kids.
So when he picked the kids, did he pay you the money you had worked for?
No.
He did not pay that?
No. He was just like, Carol, you know what, now you go work at the shop where he used to work when he comes back, because he has his own shop, a spare shop. Of course, I was like, okay. But again, it was the same story. I went to the shop, again the same story, like not paying me in time.
So after he left, the shop was still operating in Najanankumbi?
Yeah, up to now it is still operating.
Okay, so he tells you that you can go and start working at the shop.
Yeah, and this time I'm going to increase the salary. Yeah. So I started working. Again, it was the same story, no paying. I was just fed up. I was like, I have things to do, time is going. It's like, what's going on? I didn't know what was going on because I was just seeing it as I'm just there, nothing. I was just like, I'm not doing anything for my family, for my brothers. They could always ask me, what are you up to now? What are you up to? What are you doing? Do you get your money? I couldn't even explain very well because they could even think I'm lying. Maybe I get the money, I just eat it.
So now, Carol, they have taken the kids. You're still staying home as you're working at the shop. Yes. Who are you staying with at the house?
I was staying alone.
You're staying alone at the house?
Yeah.
Okay. So later on, because what I read in the story that brought me here today, I read that you got an incident where someone forced themselves on you and actually put you into the trouble that you have been going through since then.
Yes.
Kindly just take us briefly into that story.
As I was at home, while working at the shop, this guy, the owner of the house, wanted to sell off his things, his stuff, the chairs, the TVs, what. So one of these people who used to come, like, see what to take, see what to buy, is the one who did that, who forced himself on me. And he was from the shop, like, he used to come from the shop because that's where they could first meet with this person who is in Uganda,
Yes.
to direct them to the house.
So this person that forced you to have sex with them is used to come to the shop.
Yes.
And this is where they used to talk about buying the property
Then,
for your boss in the house.
yeah.
So this is where it all started from.
Yes.
Okay.
So they used to come to the house, see what to take, see what to leave. So one time, I don't know, sometime, I don't know how, like, he came to the house. I was at home. Then the guy came and he was forcing himself on me. I tried, like, tell him, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want. He never listened to me. Yeah, and he was even drunk. Yeah, he had some wine on his head.
So he was high.
Yes. So after that time, I called the guy because I had the number. They always used to call me from the shop. You know what? We are coming home to check on the stuff. So I had this guy's number.
Yes.
And after that, I spoke to this guy because I don't know why I feared, like, to tell about it to anyone. I was
to report actually the case.
Yes, I was like, this is very ashaming. How will I explain? So I told this guy about everything. I was like, you force yourself on me. What if I'm pregnant? He was like, if you're pregnant and you don't want, you can abort. I can give you money, you can go terminate it.
So was this after you found out that you had gotten pregnant?
No.
That was before,
Yeah.
but you were living in that fear that if I get pregnant.
Because when I first called him, I told him about it, what if I'm pregnant? And then he could always call, are you pregnant? Do you want to abort if you're pregnant? Such questions. So I was like, and I used to fear him because he's bigger than me, of course. I used to respect him because me, I always respect big people. So I never wanted to tell him some bad words. So I just took it easy. Then I left the house.
After some time?
Yes, after like 3 days. I left the house and came back home. I was like, Mom, I'm tired of working. And the other guy at the shop used to call, Carol, why are you not coming for work? What?
So basically, you're coming back home without any money on you?
Yeah. Even my properties were confiscated from the house. Because when I left the house, I didn't inform the guy that I'm leaving. Because I had the house key. I knew that maybe one time I'll go back and explain to them and I get my stuff. So they were like, Carol, where are you? I told them I'm home. I'm tired. I'm not going to work again because Dev is not giving me my money. They were like, now you bring the house keys. How can you go with the house keys? I told them, even my stuff is still in the house. I'll come pick my stuff. I'll give you your keys. They went on and changed the house lock. Before I went back,
to pick your property?
Yes, they went and changed the house lock. So they changed that. The time I went back, like, to check on my stuff, maybe to get my stuff and take the key to this guy, the house was locked with another lock. Because when I went there, I found out that I couldn't enter the house. I tried to complain to Pastor. How comes you've locked the house and my stuff is inside? I need to pick my stuff. They were like, no. What? You pick your stuff when, like, I talked to him, the boss. I talked to him and he was like, no, Carol, how can you do that? You have an attitude. How can you leave the house? How could you?
So the person telling you that is the boss in the UK?
Yes. How could you leave the house? Yeah, you have an attitude, Carol. You're not a bad person. You've been so good. You've done everything like I wanted you to do. You've taken care of my kids, but you have an attitude. I asked him, what did I do? I just left work. I'm tired of like not being paid. I just need money. He was like, how can you go with my kids? Are you intimidating me? I was like, no, I'm not trying to intimidate you. I just went with the kids because I was still living in the house and you hadn't paid me yet and my stuff was still in the house. So here I started. So you confiscated my keys. You have my car keys. What? I told him, yes, you gave me your car keys to keep them. I have them. But just help me and pay me. I pick my stuff, I give you your keys, then we
part ways.
We move, yeah. So he was like, no, you have an so you're intimidating me. What? So I was like, okay. I kept quiet for some time. I was like, when you call me to pick my stuff, I'll give you what?
Your car key.
Your car keys. When you call me, you tell me, Carol, come pick your things, and you pay me my money, I'll give you your car keys because I'm not using the cars. Even the cars were parked in that very compound. There were 2 cars. So they kept on like telling me, no, how could you do that? How could you do that? What? Carol, I trusted you, so you used to tell me such things.
So basically, they did not pay you.
No, they
You
didn't.
reached a time and you just gave up. Now, Carol, let's get to the point where you find out that you're pregnant and the situation that actually put you into that life-threatening situation.
When I found out I was pregnant, I called this guy who was responsible.
Yes, the guy who forced you to have sex with him.
I told him about it and he was like, Carol, you're lying. I just did that for one time and you're telling me you're pregnant. Carol, is it possible? What? He was like, Carol, you mean you don't have a boyfriend? I was like, I have a boyfriend, but my boyfriend is not here. He's not in Uganda and I had sex with you, so you're responsible for this. He was like, but for one time. I did this once and you're telling me that. He was like, okay, I'll take care of everything. Like, I'll take care of the pregnancy because I admit I did this. So I told that I feared to talk to Mom about it, but I couldn't hide. Like, I was always
you are staying in her house,
yes.
So you could not hide it.
Yeah, I told Mom about it, and Mom spoke to this guy. This guy was like, yes, I admit I did this, and I'll take care of everything. I'll take care of Carol's hospital bills. I'll take care of the baby, what. So here Mom became strong, and she was like, so when are you coming? We need to see you. He always used to lie. I'm on my way, I'll come. This day, that day. So time came, we never had to talk about that anymore because he was always lying. He could always call me once in a while to ask me if I'm okay.
So fast forward, you now get to the point where you start getting complications, and you end up in hospital.
Yeah.
At what period was the pregnancy? How old was the pregnancy?
It was around 7 months. 7 months. It was just approaching 8. So I was always not in my right state of mind. I could always do things that could not be understood. Yeah, so at time came, I felt like I was sick. I never used to feel good, so I went to a certain hospital, and that was the COVID period.
Yes.
I went to a certain hospital nearby. They started putting drips on me. I could ask what happened, but they could never tell me the reality. They could never tell me the things in the rightful way. So I was always confused. What's happening? So for me, I just continued going for treatment. After like 4 days, things became worse because I could fall.
And this treatment, you're getting it from Mukono Hospital, you say, right?
Yeah, it's Mukono International.
International.
Nearby.
Okay.
So I could fall down. I couldn't understand what was going on. Things became worse. I started quaking. I started biting my lips. Things had become worse. So they took me back to that very hospital, and the doctors here said that it was very late and I had to be taken to Nsambya. That's where they transferred me to.
So this was at a situation when now things were worse.
Yeah, and
they had to refer you.
I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. So here the doctor was like, you save one of the two, but you have to take that girl to Nsambya Hospital.
So the doctors realized that maybe the baby already has an issue in the body.
And they never wanted to tell me about it. Maybe they wanted me to find out when I'm at Nsambya. Yeah. So here the doctor called an ambulance and I was taken to Nsambya Hospital. That's where I found myself like.
Yeah, that's the time when you stopped understanding what was happening to you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So for those of you that are viewing this story, Carol's story is really a very touching one. And we are going to be talking to the mother from that point when Carol was taken to hospital. The conversation I had with Carol before this interview indicates that the person that forced her to actually into this act of having sex where she was working had now started, acting like he was going to follow up. But I'm going to be speaking to the mother to see exactly what happened at Nsambya and how they ended up in a state where Carol was detained at the facility because she failed to finish the bill. So, Mama tusanyusa okulaba. Mama mbadde nsaba just otubuulireko amannya go, then twogere ku nsonga ya Carol eno ng'atuuse Nsambya.
Amannya gange nze Margaret Situ. Nanteza. Kakati bwe twatwala Carol Nsambya, twasangibwa nga Carol omubeera gye yalimu teyali mulungi. Ne bamuteeka wansi, basooka ne bamukola operation kubanga obuzibu bwali mu lubuto muno. Ne yalina ne gundi pressure yali y'amaanyi kumpi yali mu 120. Ne bamukola operation ne bamugyamu yalimu already yali afudde. Ne bamala omukulongosa bulungi ne bamuteeka wansi mu ICU. ICU yamalayo ennaku 3. Ne bamugya mu ICU ne bamutwala mu HDU. Naye n'amala ennaku zaalinga 2. Then namwa ekitanda. Namukolako bulungi tebamwekaanya. N'oluvannyuma lw'okumala omukolako ne batuwa biru ng'okumpi egenda mu bukadde nga bonna kitundu bwe buti bwali awo mu makkati. Kale ne tusasulako kye twasobola mpola naye n'obusolo bwange nze mmanyi okulunda obuntu bwange mpola bwetyo.
N'onoonya akasente n'osasulayo.
Era infact n'okumalako senior 6 era kulunda kwe kunnyambye. N'ensasula mpola ne babanga basobola okubeerawo kusoma. Kakati bwe nalabanga sente buli kimu sikyalina bwempatanya bannange bwe nandibadde mpitamu embeera mbi buli omu agamba tuli biki
tetulina
bulungi. Basawo bakanyo ngamba ddayo eko onoonya 10 negyezeeko okunoonya 10 sirina bwetandika kubanga ne nali nkola. Bwe nali nkolakolako bulimu nawonga emirimu kati bagiwa balala. Embeera n'embeera bwetyo. Kati ekiseera ne kituuka ne tubeera nga tumaze osasula naye nga batuli bubi abasawo simuleetadde sente baffe mutugumiikirize tujja kukola ki kuleeta. Naye kati mba ndi awo nga wajjawo sisita naye yali aleese mwana we yali alina gwaleese omulwadde ye ajjawo ne bamukwana nnyo n'atubuuza embeera biki kye tulimu buki naga naye nga temuli basanyufu kale nga biseera ebisinga tukaba tubeera basanyufu erimu ne tubeera nga tuli wali.
Kakati maama bwe mumala okusasulako ssente ezo nkaŋŋambe tebabakkiriza kuva mu ddwaliro?
Yo mu ddwaliro bw'obanga obadde ng'oliyo nga bamaze okukolako waliwo ekifo bateeka abo abantu
be bamaze
bakuteekawo mazzi onaaba omusanyaza weegale kujjako ekyokulya gwe ki
gwe weegulira
ekitali kya ssente ntono. Kaakati ne bakuteekawo baliwo okukuuma bukumi paka lwonaakola ki
lwosasula
naye nga batugambye nti gwesasulako kyoba ofunyeewo naye era nga sinnawe nyiza kukijja kubanga natunula nga bonna bannange n'abandi badde banyamba nabo nga tebalina kubanga tebakola awo neefuna obuzibu obwo.
Kaakati bwe mumala okusasulako nga tayimu etuuse mulina okuba nga muvaayo mu ddwaliro baba babakkiriza okuvaayo mu ddwaliro oba n'okomawo n'osasula ng'ova waka oba tebakukkiriza kutwala mulwaddewo?
Kaakati nkanze abajjanjaba omulwadde bagamba ddayoeko onoonye ki era nze kati kubanga era bwajjanjaba ofuluma nomunyuza n'ekyokulya naye kati ye ono omulwadde
tebamukkiriza
yadde n'okufuluma geeti ewali asikayiti agendeko mu compound afune artist ku musana ku kyabeera mulimu ki mudwale abanga musibe. Kyatwala ebbanga kinga kalo bamusibidde mundaawo nga okulinda nga maybe munoonya akasente kyabatwalira bbanga ki? Baakale twagenda 24 March then bamukolako yayanga okukola kyokuwona naye okuvaawo kusabbanga tumaze emyezi 3
nga muli awo.
Twavaayo ku lwamukaaga ebadde ogenda mwezi ogwokuna twavaayo kwapaka mwezi guno gwe tulimu
maama emyezi 3 nga muli mu ddwaliro
nga tuli omwo
lwakubanga balance abuze.
Nembagamba nako nti bannanga ati si mutute omwana mutwale eka tutetekanye mpola n'abaana bayo tugire papa twabe tuleta sente bangamba goba ogenda genda ne mutulekerewa nabawo sisitomu kale mwana wa anti wange n'abagamba bannaye munyambe mubatutenge tujja kuba tukola obulangizwa tuye nga tukola ki sente naye nga kalalibwa kakuba kati yafuna obuzibu buli ate akyali mu ddwaliro okwegamba afuna obuvune buki era
ne bagaana okubata
netukivako netugumiikiriza paka ndatwetaba musamaliyo omulungi n'atujja mu ddwaliro.
Kati omuntu ono yabajja mu ddwaliro yasasula?
Yajja n'asasula bulungi beegwayo.
Amiina. Kakati embeera yo ngiraba si nnungi maama. Embeera si nnungi nkimanyi ebintu bingi nnyo bye muyiseemu. Kalo nga tunagenda kukola ow'omwami ono wawadde oŋŋambye wali omaze senior 6. Did you get your senior 6 results?
I didn't pick the results from school, but I just checked using my phone.
Okay.
I got 13 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason you haven't got your results because you still have some balance to clear to the school?
Yeah, that's why I went to work. That's what was forcing me then to work, so that I could pick my stuff from school.
Okay, so because we now want to find a way on how we can support you and how we can help you going forward, what would you want people out there, those that are in position to support you, what would you want them to do for you at this point? I would love them to help me first get my results from school. Yes.
Yeah, then after that, if I get a chance of going back to school, I'll proceed with my studies.
How much balance was there at school? How much balance is the school demanding?
It's about 450,000.
450,000
yeah.
Ugandan shillings. Okay. So you want to continue with school if you're able to get the results from school?
Yeah.
Okay. What course would you want to do, or what would you want to be if you're given an opportunity to go back and study?
I would love to do journalism, if not journalism, tourism and hotel management.
Tourism and hotel management.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any message out of this pain that you have been through? Do you have any message to young girls out there? You know, do you have anything to say to them?
I would like to tell my age mates, not even to only young girls,
Yes.
that they should always be brave,
Okay.
patient, they should not fear like to ask out to cry out for help in case they need it, and they should always be happy in whatever situation, because sometimes there are things that we can't have control over. We just need to be patient, to pray, and to stand still.
Okay. Mama, singa tuba tufunye omukisa netufuna omuntu asobola otukwatako okutuyamba mu mbeera gye tulimu eno, obadde oyagala batuyambe batya?
Nze kyembadde singa okwagala okunyamba singa mba nfunye nenfuna omuntu ayinza okuntaasa nenfuna wenguza akafo kange wesobola okukuumira abaana n'okuba nga nkola emirimu ng'okulunda okukola ki kyembadde nsaba kyokka.
Okufuna ekifo wosobola okukuumira abaana then n'oteekawo ensolo z'olunde.
Kyemba nsobodde kuba njagala nnyo okulunda lwakuba sirina busobozi.
Kaakati wano we tuli opangisa?
Kale sipangisa naye nze nasangibwanga bazadde bange baafa nga ndi muto. Kati ne wabayo muzakisa kale kati gwe ntwalanga taata wange nakati bamuyita mwami Dr. Keva Sempanje bamuwulira nankwasaganyako ne bato bange bonna natwera okuba mu buto obwo paka nakati bwendi naye era yakyankuuma era kati wendi.
Okay, so ekitegeeza wano wooli era wawe
wendi bwensula wa taata wange oyo mulungi.
Amina. Kaakati Karo, nga tumaliriza interview eno, obulumi bwo obadde bungi bwoyiseemu of course, era tetwagala kudda nnyo mu maziga, twagala tulabe nti tusobola okugenda mu maaso. Bw'oba ojjukiramu mu biseera ebyo bye wayitamu, kyakutwalira bbanga ki okyogerako ne maama ng'okomyewo ewaka okukyogerako nti maama waliwo eyanfoosinze ne tukola kino ne tukola nakiri?
Tekyali kyangu kwogerako nga muli nga nze omuntu nga mpulira nswala ate nga naye nga maama nga sagala mudisappointinga, so kyantwalira ebbanga ya myezi nga 3
nga tonamubuulira kituufu. Okay. Kale Karo, tweyanziza nnyo okwogerako naffe era katusabe nti tunaasobola okuyita mu mbeera eno era tujja kuba tukomawo nga tukuceekingako. Tusaba nti n'abantu bonna banaabalabye story eno. I know so many people. I was sent a message by one of my friends who actually motivated me to come here, to spend a day and come here. It was raining, it was, but I still had to find a way to find you. So we hope this situation can be handled, and we also hope that you become the hope of other girls that could be going through the same challenges. And also for the bit of the hospital, I think that story we need to maybe dig that down, more people that are going through the same, to see how they can be helped. So thank you very much for having this story with us.
Thank you too.